What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Kiana Lashay. If you're new here, I gladly appreciate if you take 1 second and go down below and hit the subscribe button and that bell right next to it so you can be notified of all my future videos. Now, in today's video, we're going to be going over all the 94 books I read in 2024. So, we're just going to kind of like speed round it. I'm going to give you kind of some thoughts, some opinions, like tell you if it's worth reading in my opinion or not. And we're gonna go from there because we don't want to make this video too long than what it has to be. So all the books are going to be on the screen because if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I'm in the process of moving and I've packed all them books off that shelf. So yeah, we don't have books that we can just go pop the shelf and hold up because they in totes, and those totes are heavy. And yeah, so we're gonna stop rambling and get right into it. So like I said, I read 94 books. The first book I read was Restore Me by J.L. Sealer. A lot of people said a lot of good things about this book. I ended up giving this book a 4-star. I read it in the beginning of the year, so I can't really tell you much about it, but I did really like it. I really liked it. The next book is Sarah J. Maas, Crescent City. It was a reread, and if you guys know, I gave that book a 5-star. I don't think I ever filmed a video of me reading Crescent City because I read this book before I started my booktube. So yeah, this is way before I even had a channel, booktube channel or anything. So it's a couple books that I read way before. But anyways, the next book is Nana by Brandon Massey. Now, this book was kind of a, I think it was like a swapping 5-star read challenge that I did with another booktuber on here. And she had this little challenge, which was pretty fun. I think I'm going to find that video, because I feel like we did it at the beginning of 2024. I'm going to find that video, and I'm going to link it so you guys can see. I read another booktuber's 5-star read, and you know, so on and so on. Now, this book was kind of crazy. I ended up giving this book a 3-star. It was kind of crazy. Like, at the beginning of the year, like, I was not into fantasy, well, not fantasy, thrillers and mysteries like that. So I probably just didn't get the vibes behind the book because I scare easy. So when it comes to watching thrillers and mystery stuff like that, it just wasn't for me. So, but yeah, as the year goes on, you'll see that I got into more thriller reading, and I can consider myself a baby thriller reader. So yeah. After that, we read Wildfire by Hannah Grace. This is the second book in the Maple Hill series. The first one being Icebreaker. I got this book a 4-star. I really enjoyed it. They was at camp. It's pretty good. I said read it. Check and Make by Ellie Hazelwood. I gave this book a 4 stars. A lot of people didn't like this book at all, and I really enjoyed it. Like, it was so cute. It was like a little cutesy read for me. So I honestly really enjoyed it. So we read that, gave that a 4 stars. Then we read 8,000 Boy Kisses. I gave that book a 4-star, y'all. I see the hype behind this book. Like, the way this book made me cry. The way this book made me cry. Then we did a reread of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas. Of course, that's another 5-star read for me because I absolutely love the Crescent City series. So, yeah. Then we read Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I gave that a 5-star. This book was so hyped when it came out for good reasons. I love Peyton. I love Kai. I love Adina. Like, everything about this book, it gave what it needs to give. So I say read it if you haven't. Then I read Go by Alexandra House. I gave that book a 4-star. I don't even remember what this book about. I feel like it's about hockey players. Is it about hockey players? I feel like it is. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, it's about hockey players, so who knows? Maybe it was good being that I gave it 4 stars, but right now I don't remember. Then we read Archer's Voice. I ended up giving that a 4-star as well, y'all. I love Archer's Voice. Like, I really want to go further into the series. I know it's a series now, where love meet destiny. What is the second one? The second one is about, it's most of all you, more than words. I think the second one is about the guy in the book. Oh no, is it Crystal? It's about somebody named Crystal. I don't remember who she is. And then this one is about, I don't know, I feel like one of them was about the boy. Grayson? Who knows? I don't know. Don't listen to me. I said read it if you haven't. The Bromance Book Club, y'all. I was so obsessed with the Bromance Book Club. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, the Bromance Book Club was one of those books that I really hate that I don't own. But I'm gonna try to own. Hopefully when they reopen the new Books a Million that they're building here, they have it in there, because I really want that book. I really want that whole series. And after that, I read Undercover Bromance. Same thing. Enjoyed that. This was my obsession of the McLean brother began. I read Let Me Love You by Alexandra House, y'all. What day was that? Let me see. February the 16th is where my love for the McLean brothers began, y'all. I absolutely love the men's. Like, I know y'all tired of hearing me say how much I love the men's, but I love the men's. This is like, if you haven't read that series, read it. You'll see. Then we read This Could Be Us. No. Yes, by Kennedy Ryan. I gave the book a 4.5 stars. I really love Judas and Soledad. Like, y'all don't know how much I love their friendship. I cannot wait to Hendrix's book come out. I really hope I get that as an arc as well, because I need that book. I want that book. Me and that book go together real bad. Like, I just need that book. I absolutely love the Skyland series by Kennedy Ryan. It's just, ugh. If you haven't read it, read it. Y'all, you have to read to understand it. Then we finally read House of Flame and Shadow, which is the third book in the Crescent City series. I gave the book a 4 stars. It wasn't as good as the first two to me. Like, I feel like it was a bit rushed a little bit. I can't even say rushed. I feel like it, can I say rushed? I feel like something was missing. That's what it is. I feel like something was missing. So, yeah. Then we read Monday's Not Coming, y'all. That book is so sad. Read it. If you haven't read it, read it. It's so sad. We read Real by Kennedy Ryan. Absolutely love it. Ate it up. Excited that I finally got to it, because I've been putting that book off forever. I was putting that book off forever. Then we read The Blood Trader by Lynette Noni. It's the third book in, the third book in the Prison Healer series. I gave the book a 4 stars. I feel like that series need to go do it. I don't know. I actually really enjoyed being in that world, so read it if you haven't. Then I read Holding, which is the second book to Gold by Alexandra House. It's a part of the St. Louis Sire series. So I gave the book a 3.75. Do I remember what it's about? No. So take that as your will. Then we read Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop. I actually enjoyed that book. It was really good for me. 4 stars. I feel like it was some type of controversy going on the book talk about it. I don't remember, but yeah. Then we read Crazy Stupid Bromance. I gave that a 4 stars. Anything a part of the Bromance Book Club, just know I ate it up. I loved it. I was happy I read it. I enjoyed it, and I'm gonna continue to read it. Then we read By a Thread by Lucy Score. I gave that a stars. I really enjoyed that book. Pretty good book. Read it if you haven't read it. I'm a diehard Lucy Score fan, so, well, I'm not gonna say a diehard Lucy Score. I enjoy Lucy Score writing for the most part. Let Me Hold You, the second book in the McLean Brothers series. Just read the whole series. We should not have to go on back and forth about this. Then I read The Long Way Home by Magnolia. Magnolia Park, The Long Way Home by Jessica Hastings. I gave this book a 4 stars. The third book in the Magnolia universe. I finally got a good understanding to Magnolia and BJ in this book. So I can say I really enjoyed it, because some crazy stuff happened. Like, my heart goes out to Magnolia. Wrecked. I read Wrecked by Lauren Asher. You know, that's part of the Dirty Air series. I started that series, I want to say, a year ago. I still have to finish reading Redeemed, so yeah, I really enjoy it. A lot of people, I don't know, I feel like you get mixed emotions on that series, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, then I read The Teacher by Freedom McFadden, and y'all, the epilogue. That's all I'm gonna say. The epilogue. My mouth was on the ground. The epilogue. After that, we read Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. Y'all, that's another book that got me. I'm not gonna lie, it got me because I was convinced. Like, read it if you haven't read it. Then we read The Locked Door by Freedom McFadden. I gave this book a 4 stars. I can't even tell you what it's about. I forgot. I feel like the door was locked. That's all I remember. It's just about this girl who... yeah. I don't remember. Anyways, then we continue on the McLean Brothers series. Let Me Please You, Let Me Show You, Let Me Free You. I read all 3 of those back to back because I was just tired of not reading those books and putting it off. So we just went ahead and knocked out the whole rest of the series. Read it, read it, read it, and read it some more. Then we read Isn't It Romantic? This is one about Vlad. Isn't it about Vlad? Yes, I love Vlad. Like, I really love Vlad. Like, then I read Long Shot by Candy Ryan. Read it, loved it, gave it a 5 star. Then we read Lotus. For the longest, like, for the life of me, I could not remember if I read this book or not. I think I said it in my physical TBR video. I was like, I don't know if I read this book, but we're just gonna say I did. I read it. I gave it a 4 star. Apparently, I don't remember nothing happening in it if I don't remember reading it. So, there we go. I read it. Then we read the Summer I Turned Pretty series. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like Belly got on my nerves. So, read it if you want to read it. Read it if you don't. Read it if you don't. I don't know. I Don't Live by Hannibal Young. Read it. Read it. Then we read Neighbor Favor. Read that as well. I enjoyed that. I gave that book a 4 stars. Then we read Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, y'all. Read that. I enjoy anything Abby Jimenez write. I'm gonna read and I'm gonna recommend y'all read. So do that. Then we read Demon's Dream. I love that book. I love that book. I'm going to reread that book. Me and that book will be reread this year. Like, we're going to reread that book together. Then we read, so, read it. Then we read Funny Story by Emily Herring. I gave that book 45 stars. I enjoyed that. Then I finally picked up Binding 13. And I enjoyed that. It was pretty good. Like, that series is addicting. Like, as soon as I finished that book, I wanted to dive into the rest of the books, but I decided not to because I just decided not to. Hostile Takeover by Christina C. Jones, y'all. Read that. Anything Christina C. Jones. Who else? Kimberly Brown. Anything them ladies write, read. So anything you hear me say about them, read. The Expiration Date, read. I read it. Read it. Good. Soul Ties by Miss Candice. Read it. Read it. Good. Flow by Candy Ryan. Read it. Read it. It's great. Children of Blood and Bone. Read it. Read it. It's good. The Last Word by Taylor Adam. It was alright. But you can still read it. My Fault by Mercedes Run. Read it. It's good. I read it. It was amazing. Can I say amazing though? I gave it a 4 star. It was good. I feel like as for you, when you get into the second and third book in there, it might get a little bit better. But I like it. I enjoyed it. I want to watch the movie. So, Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. I gave this book 4 stars. I really enjoyed that book. So, if you haven't read it, read it. Antsy Up by Christina C. Jones. Read it. It's great. Now, right here, I was trying to find more books about brothers that I love, which I have found. But besides the McLean brothers, I started reading In the Heart of a Valentine, No Hold Borrowed. I feel like it was too instant lovely for me, so that's just how I felt. I feel like it was too instant lovey. Like all of them, the 2 I did read, I feel like it was too instant lovey. So read it at your own cost, but it was too instant lovey for me. Then I read Curiosity is a Blackwood After Dark by Christina C. Jones. I laughed the whole time I read this book. Like, it's supposed to be about vampires, and I think I cackled the whole time I read this book. the whole time. Not even gonna lie. A Risky Engagement is another one of the second book in the Heart of a Valentine's. I said what I said. It's love you. Then we read Practice Make Perfect by Sarah Adams. When in Rome. I love this book. I feel like it's better than the other one. But you know that Steal, Beg, and Borrow just came out, so I need to read that as well. I really enjoyed Practice Made Perfect, so read it if you haven't. Hooked by Emily McIntyre. I got a 4-star. I think it's a retelling of Peter Pan. I think Peter Pan. Read it if you haven't. The Heartstopper series. Read it, enjoyed it. This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. Y'all, I was on the verge of being done with her into this book. This book is really good. And let me show y'all something. Because I'm going to be reading this really soon. Really soon. I got the arc to One Golden Summer. And we're going to be reading this because I want to see if it's going to pick up where the other one left off at. Like, if it not, like, pick up where it left off, like, it's going to be as good as that one. So, we're going to most definitely be reading that. Then we read Heartstopper Volume 2, 3, 4, 5. Sat down and read the whole Heartstopper series in one video, back to back. Because they're so easy to get through. To the point where I just had to finish it. Then we read Wild Love by Elsie Silver. That's another book I was putting off, y'all. I put that book off for the longest. And when I read it, I really enjoyed it. As well as Wild Eyes. So, Wild Love, Wild Eyes. Read it if you haven't. Because Wild Side is coming out this year. And I want to read that one. Because I feel like that's going to be the best one out of the series. Then we read Say You Swore by Megan Brandy. I gave this book a 5-star. I really enjoyed it. Then we read Scarred by Emily McIntyre. Read it, enjoyed it. Pick Up Your Feeling by Kimberly Brown. Read it, enjoyed it. Lights Out. Read it, enjoyed it. Back to I was saying, Priest by Sierra Simone. I enjoyed that one. Then I read Hunted, Coveted, and Restored by Christina Jones. I enjoyed that one as well. Then we read If Only for the Summer by Alexandra Warren. I enjoyed the crap out of that one. That one was really good, actually. If you haven't read it, read it. It's really good. Then I finally dived into Zodiac Academy, y'all. I'm so excited I did because I really enjoy Zodiac Academy so much now. But I need to read book 3. But like I said, it's all packed up. I can read on my Kindle. But right now I'm reading Sinful Vows. And I'm really enjoying that one as well. So, yeah. Then we read Daydream by Hannah Grace. Read it, enjoyed it. Ready or Not, it's the Accidental Pregnancy. I feel like anytime I'm reading some type of accidental pregnancy book, I'm on the road heading somewhere. I was reading this while I was driving to Atlanta. So, yeah. Then we read Phantasma. Y'all, that's a good book. I cannot wait till the second book come out so I can figure out what's going on with the sister. So, yeah. Then we read The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, which I always somehow call the Pumpkin Spice Latte. I read that book. It was okay. Tempted by Danger. Now, this is another book that I was telling y'all about, the brothers, the Danger Brothers. Read them. Tempted by Danger is good. Done and Dusted by Lady Sage. Read it, enjoyed it. And I read The Great Undoing by Daisy Haight. Read it. Can't wait till the next one come out so I can enjoy that one as well. Then we read Rhythm Blues. Chef Kiss. That's another book I was putting off for the longest time. And I'm glad I finally got to it. Then we read Reckless by Lauren Roberts, which is I guess you can say like the second full book, because Powerful is like the third, well, the second, the 0.5, you guess, the novella. So I did read Powerless as well. Then we read Harry Potter, The Sorcerer's Stone. It was good. I actually enjoy Harry Potter. Then we read Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. Been putting that book off. Finally read it. Ready to read Love Unwritten. I love Lake Wisteria. I love Lake Wisteria. Then we read Instruction for Dance. It was okay. What beauty there is. This book has a whole bunch of different plots. A whole bunch of crazy stuff going on. Yeah. Then we read My December Darling by Lauren Asher, which takes place in Lake Wisteria. The best Christmas book I ever read in my life. Caught Up by Liz Tumford. cannot wait to read the third book in this series, because it's about the brother and caught up. I'm ready to get his story to see what's going on, because what happened in this book with him, I want to know, did him and that girl, yeah. So then we read Imagine Me, the last book in the Shatter Me series, y'all. I finally finished that series. I've been putting it off. I finally finished it. It was good. I love it. Can't wait to get the new series that kind of branch off from this with James. So yeah. Then I read The Gift by Freddie McFadden. As you see, I was just trying to reach my Goodreads goal, and that book, yeah. But those are all the books I read in 2024. Let me know if you read some of the books that I've read. If you did, comment down below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
I'm calling bullshit. Say you got it, but you ain't got nothing. Bad bitches don't